saw something that was like really heartbreaking, and I only made like one video on my channel pertaining to this issue because I know it's tough for everyone. We're talking about addiction and how you have to fight through and how much you do not identify with people who are struggling with that addiction. And so you see certain things that kind of make you form your own opinion, whether you're part of the struggle or not. There's so many different avenues and like we can walk, as people and individuals, and we do struggle. We do struggle. I can identify with that. I can identify with the pain. I can identify with the family issues and the family dynamics and how it changes everyone, especially where you know so many different families. We all structure different. Things may be different, but you do the best you can to be supportive. I can't come in here and get on my page and go off on people who struggling with addiction. It's heartbreaking because you can see how high, how much they've fallen, you know, and we all come from different backgrounds. Just like the addicts, they come from different backgrounds, but they wind up in the same place behind one struggle, and that's tough. That's tough. So my comments won't be uh, condemning them. Like sometimes I do get on here and I condemn a whole lot of people because there's a way or easier way out. But with addiction to whatever substance it is, man, it could be anything. That's a real struggle and that's life changing. I identify with that because I put myself through it, but not only myself, my family. With stuff like this. And it's all in keeping with trying to honor who I was. And I try my best to do that and honor who my parents were. But yet, the addictions interfere with everything as far as family, as far as parenting, and the hardship that I put my mother through. That's why I identify with it so much because there's so much pain there. And so I identify with the addicts that I see. And that's where I try not to be so judgmental. And you heard me get on my channel before and cut everybody down. But this, because certain things I do not understand, I'm not going to apologize for. I just don't understand the violence. But the harm that we do to ourselves, it hurts not only the addict who's struggling and trying to find a way home, but it actually destroys or complicates the family life, meaning the mother, the father, the other siblings, and it just it messes with everything. You don't have to be out there with them, you know what I'm saying? But you let them know that there's always an easier way to deal with life. Because to me, that's where they go to die. That's where they go to understand. And a lot of y'all can't walk that. But I guarantee you, if you see what I see, you begin to understand the hopelessness. But in my life, I knew whether they were there or not, whether they tolerated or not, they allowed themselves to let me know or give me a chance or give me an understanding that there's always better. Life is terrible for a lot of reasons, but there's always better. And you won't get to the other side or you won't get to where life will be easier if you quit now. And trust me, I do believe there's a lot of people out there who hasn't quit, but there's a lot of people out there who has. And like I said before, to be understanding is like saying that's somebody's baby. The best part of who you are is your child or your children. That's you. So I know it hurts because you don't want to be out there. But the best part of you is, meaning your child. What you do is you may try to go to the extreme to try to help them, but at the same time, you have to keep hope alive for yourself and understand that if they're there, it's not the end. Understand that there's hope out there, and you can give them that if you can't be there financially, because a lot of people can't. They don't want to be taken advantage of, and I don't blame them. But you still have to let your child know in some way, shape, fashion, or form that as long as you're alive, this is not the end of your life. And understand that as part of your family, we love you no matter what. That's the message of this video. No matter what. Because guess what? I just told you that's somebody's baby. And they want the best for their child. Nobody gives birth to a child and automatically accept the fact that they're not going to be anything. Most women or most fathers who's in that room understand that this is the best part of me. And I don't want it to wither away and die. So what must I do? I must look within myself and say, you know what? I don't want this for you. Man, I don't want that for myself. It's not an understanding about image, it's an understanding about hope and where God comes in. Because the parent can say, if you give up on yourself, that means you give up on me. And most children who's been loved and taken care of will never say that about their parents. They own up to what they do. It will never be always, it'll be thrown up in the face. But at the same time, the child know that what they said was just a lie unless you have an abusive parent. Most children want that knowledge that they could be helped. Most children want that idea that there is hope. Even if they can't get it from the family, it's out there. And for the ones that's out there laying on the sidewalk and on the street corner and begging, just looking for the next exit. And I'm not going to say the word, but y'all know what I'm talking about. That's where they go to die. It's not that they don't feel love. It's like they don't feel love within themselves and that they have come to the end of the road because it is true. And they're struggling, looking for hope, looking for love, looking for understanding. And you also do got to realize there's some negative things that happen when you're out there and when you're struggling. Some people violate, some people lets themselves be violated. So it could be anything that ties into it. So it's a very complicated issue. And I want everybody to get help because a lot of people definitely have seen my prior video that contains some of the scenes or pictures from the scene about Kensington Avenue. You know, that's when I just didn't know how bad it had gotten because my struggles stopped. You know, you talking about maybe 89, 90, 91, 92 as far as I went. Had no more problems after that. But it took a while. And guess what? The same thing that they're struggling with is the same thing I caused with my family. Same kind of involvement. But there was always help. I mean, there was always help and there was always hope. And people ain't gonna sit around and put up their shit 24/7. No, that's not what I'm talking about. It's talking about being understanding, compassionate. You don't have to feed the addiction. You don't have to enable them. The better part of my family, I would like to say, is my sister who didn't have all those faults and things and chose to go the right way. My behind chose to do something else, but she never did tell me she didn't love me. If anything, she probably said more then because everybody knew and everybody could understand within my family that that's someplace they didn't want to be. But guess what? I couldn't drag them out there with me. I stole from my habit, but I couldn't take them out there. Not one time did my mama go to the dope hole for me. Not one time did my sister go to the dope hole for me. It don't happen like that. You can still be concerned because that's your baby. You can still let them know that there's hope because that's your baby. And if you love something about yourself, then you must also love something about them who's out there fighting for their life. You might not look at it, but if you see the images I see, you'll understand. because, like I just told you, that's somebody's baby. Be respectful for the one that's struggling and understand when you see all them people out there, that's somebody's child. And the last thing you need to be doing is being disrespectful about someone who's crying to die. And that's sad. So it will not be tolerated on my channel, not on the Son of James channel, because I was one of them. And it hurts me what I did to my family. But they never gave up on me. They never gave up on me. And I never gave up on myself. And because of the images that you see, I would never give up on the people out here on these streets. Never. Not until the day I die. Because any parent will want to do that for their child. That's somebody's baby. Y'all have a good night. Be safe. There's always hope and a love. From the Son of James, peace.